The commercial aspects of Christmas are a major force in the global economy, making the holiday season a crucial period for retailers and businesses across many sectors. Here are some of the top commercial aspects of Christmas. 1. Wrapped gift giving and retail sales. The tradition of gift giving is arguably the most significant commercial driver of the holiday season. Massive retail boost. The period leading up to Christmas, often starting as early as October and including major shopping events like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, accounts for a disproportionately large percentage of annual retail sales for many companies. Diverse product categories. Spending is high across a huge range of products including toys, electronics, apparel, jewelry, and books. Gift cards are also a top planned purchase. Employment. The surge in demand leads to increased employment in retail stores, shipping, and distribution to manage the holiday rush. Promotional events. Marketing is heavily focused on creating a Christmas experience that encourages spending with promotions and discounts, like early bird deals and bundled gifts, being a key tactic. 2. Luggage travel and hospitality. Many people travel to visit family and friends, significantly impacting the travel industry. Transportation. Increased demand for flights, trains, and other forms of transport drives up revenue for airlines and other carriers. Accommodation and dining. Hotels, restaurants, and catering services see a rise in business due to holiday gatherings and travelers. 3. Decor, food, and entertainment. Setting the scene for the holidays involves significant spending on non-gift items. Decorations. The sale of Christmas trees, both real and artificial, lights, ornaments, wreaths, and other festive decor is a dedicated multi-billion-dollar industry. Festive food and drink. Grocery stores and specialty food retailers experience a massive spike in sales for traditional items like turkey, ham, seasonal desserts, Christmas pudding, mince pies, dairy products, cream, cheese, and alcoholic beverages. There is also a trend toward convenience foods like ready-to-cook options. Music and media. Holiday-themed music, movies, and advertising campaigns generate substantial revenue through sales, streaming, and ad spend, contributing to the cultural standardization of what the ideal Christmas looks like. 4. Love letter marketing and branding. The Christmas season is prime time for advertising, which has been instrumental in shaping the modern holiday. Iconic figures. Commercialized figures like the modern Santa Claus, popularized through campaigns by companies like Coca-Cola, are used extensively in advertising to market products and associate brands with the joy of giving. Secularization. Advertising often focuses on secular elements like Santa, Christmas trees, and family happiness to appeal to the broadest possible consumer base, e.g., using terms like Happy Holidays. Changing trends. Retailers increasingly leverage digital channels, including social commerce platforms like TikTok Shop, for holiday sales and promotions. In summary, the commercial side of Christmas is a powerful economic engine, largely centered on gift-giving, holiday decoration, and festive consumption of food and media, making the final 2 months of the year critical for the financial health of numerous industries. I know that at this point that you might be wondering how it ended up being so commercialized. Here we're going to explain how Christmas became the world's most commercialized religious festival. Welcome back to the channel. We all know Christmas is the biggest holiday of the year. From the second the Halloween candy is cleared, the lights go up, the music starts, and the spending spree begins. But did you know that for centuries, Christmas was often a rowdy, sometimes forgotten, or even forbidden holiday? Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating cultural and economic shifts in history, how a Christian religious festival became the world's most commercialized event, generating billions in revenue and spreading its secular symbols, Santa, trees, and gift-giving, to every corner of the globe, even in countries with tiny Christian populations like Japan and China. The commercialization of Christmas isn't just a simple decline of faith, it's a brilliant story of marketing, industrialization, and cultural reinvention. Christmas Tree Phase 1. The Great Christmas Reinvention, 19th century. For the first few centuries, Easter was the primary Christian holiday. Christmas wasn't even widely accepted by all Christians. In fact, many Protestants, particularly the Puritans in 17th century England and colonial America, viewed the holiday as too secular, too intertwined with pagan revelry, and even outlawed it. The ban in Massachusetts lasted from 1659 to 1681. But the 19th century, the Victorian era, changed everything. Point 1. The literary and royal touch. In a rapidly industrializing urban world, people sought tradition and nostalgia. The middle class was looking for a respectable, domestic, family-centered holiday. Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, 1843. This immensely popular novella didn't invent Christmas, but it cemented the idea of the holiday as a time for family, goodwill, charity, and generosity. It directly linked the sentiment of the season to the act of giving. Scrooge's redemption is an economic one too: generosity. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. In 1848, an illustration was published showing the Christian monarch, Queen Victoria, and her German husband, Prince Albert, with their children gathered around a decorated Christmas tree. This German folk custom was instantly popularized among the British and American middle class, who adopted the tree as a symbol of domestic holiday virtue. Point 2. Creating the icon. Santa Claus. The secular shift was accelerated by unifying the various gift-bringers into one iconic figure. From saint to secular. The stories of the Dutch Sinterklaas from the historic Saint Nicholas, a 4th-century Christian bishop, were merged with the English Father Christmas. Writers like Clement Clarke Moore, who penned A Visit from Saint Nicholas in 1823, created a lovable, flying, gift-giving figure focused on children. German immigrants in the U.S. further contributed by making Christmas a truly child-centered, gift-focused holiday. This successful marriage of family sentiment, literary nostalgia, and a lovable icon created a massive, untapped market. Wrapped gift. Phase 2. The birth of commercial capitalism. This is where American and British retailers step in and realize, we can make a fortune. The newly popular, respectable, gift-giving holiday was the perfect driver for mass consumption. Point 1. Department stores. The architects of Christmas shopping. The emergence of large department stores in the late 19th and early 20th centuries was the true catalyst for commercialization. They didn't just sell goods. They sold the Christmas experience. Marketing innovation. Stores like Macy's in New York were pioneers. They created elaborate holiday window displays, hired the first in-store Santa Claus attractions, starting in the 1840s, and used the holiday to drive sales. 2. Advertising cements the iconography. The final step was the standardization of the Christmas aesthetic by powerful marketing campaigns. The Coca-Cola Santa. While Santa had existed in various forms, the iconic, jolly man in a red suit with a white beard was largely standardized and popularized by Coca-Cola's advertising campaigns, which began in 1931. They used an appealing, wholesome image to market their product, further cementing the modern, secularized look of Christmas in the public consciousness. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Even beloved characters are commercial creations. Rudolph was created in 1939 by an advertising copywriter for the department store Montgomery Ward as a marketing ploy to lure children into stores. The message was clear. The perfect Christmas experience required the purchase of goods. Advertising successfully turned the want for a perfect holiday into the need for specific products. Globe showing Europe-Africa. Phase 3. Global exportation and secular adoption. The commercially successful American and European version of Christmas was then exported globally through media, trade, and cultural influence after the mid-20th century. Point 1. Cultural export. The post-World War II period saw a huge rise in American cultural dominance. Hollywood movies, popular music, and global advertising consistently depicted the commercially focused, secular Christmas. Santa, trees, lights, and most importantly, gifts. In many non-traditional Christian countries, the holiday was adopted not for its religious meaning, but as a fun, secular, and commercial event. Local governments and businesses recognized its ability to stimulate retail spending. Point 2. The Asian Christmas phenomenon. The adoption of Christmas in Asia is the ultimate proof of its commercial power. South Korea. While having a significant Christian population, Christmas is a national holiday that is also heavily commercialized and often celebrated as a couple's holiday for shopping and going out, similar to Valentine's Day. Elaborate city decorations and a focus on Christmas sponge cakes are central. China, major cities with a very small Christian population. Christmas is popular among young, urban populations for its novelty and consumerism. It's a day for friends to gather, shop, and exchange gifts. The practice of giving apples on Christmas Eve is popular because the Chinese word for apple sounds like the word for peace. The KFC marketing miracle in Japan. The most iconic example of cultural commercialization is the Christmas tradition in Japan. A cultural void. In the early 1970s, Christmas was a new, secular concept in Japan, and there was no established Christmas dinner. Turkey wasn't available, and few homes had ovens to cook one. The ingenious pitch. The manager of Japan's first KFC store, Takeshi Okawara, saw the gap. In 1974, KFC launched the campaign, Kurisumisu Nai wa Kentucky, Kentucky for Christmas. Creating a custom, they sold the party barrel, a convenient, ready-made, Western-style dinner solution. By strategically dressing the Colonel Sanders statues outside stores in Santa suits, they solidified the connection. The result? The campaign was a massive success. Today, it is a deep-rooted national custom, with families pre-ordering their buckets weeks in advance. KFC reports that Christmas packages account for about a third of its yearly sales in Japan. This is a single, ingenious marketing campaign that created an enduring national tradition out of a fast food product. Summary. The drivers of commercialization. Driver description. Secularization. The focus shifted from the religious birth of Christ to neutral, universally appealing concepts like family, goodwill, winter, and gift-giving. Retail innovation. Department stores invented the modern Christmas shopping experience, window displays, in-store Santas, parades, and made the season critical for their annual profits. Mass media and advertising companies successfully used unified, modern images, Coca-Cola Santa, classic movies, to create emotional urgency, turning wants into needs for the holiday season. Cultural export. Western, particularly American, commercial culture exported its version of the holiday globally via media and international retail chains. In the end, Christmas became the world's most commercialized festival because it successfully married a popular, family-focused folk tradition with the powerful engines of modern capitalism, mass media, and global cultural diffusion. It transformed from a quiet religious observance and a sometimes rowdy feast into an economic obligation, the perfect storm of sentiment and spending.